So everything works, and today's another one of those days where it's like, may as well start stream early, because otherwise I just end up sitting around doing not a whole lot for about 2 minutes. It's only about 2 minutes, but 2 minutes is 2 minutes. And as before, I guess there's not a whole lot to be doing at the moment. Oh, Astral Raid. Are the Astral Raids even that important nowadays? I feel like it's not really a big deal anymore. What element uses this again? Thanatos was Felicia? Right? So I should use a light team? Probably doesn't matter, but just in case. Just in case. I don't even care enough to use gold Fafnir's, come to think of it. The amount of rupees from this I think is negligible when it comes to... well, anything that's not the endgame fights like Sinister Dominion, Agato, High Dragon Trials, everything else is kind of just a bit mediocre when it comes to rupee income. I mean, I get every little helps, but I just can't be bothered to try and optimize all the tiny little rupee gains. And my nose is itchy. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do today. I'm very tempted to dream summon Kimono Alazan. So tempted. Oh. I don't know how this fight goes. Doesn't matter. I'll just drag it anyway. Oh, I've still got graphics on, what is it? The, basic settings? It's a side effect of trying to do some autos before. Beat, bop, boop, try bongos. Very good, eggs. Welcome to the stream. My nose keeps itching. 450,000 rupees. So like that probably could have been 1 million or something like that. Yeah, 1.3 million with Fafnir's, but I have no particular strong feelings. Am I the first? Not quite, but maybe we can say you are. Hold on, so that wasn't a... that was a... was there an applicant? Invitation? I swear that was a notification. Or was it just for checking in? Sub 4 minute Lilith is too easy. Wait, it's Lilith. I don't think it's too bad. Lilith I find okay, but like I'm not too fussed about trying to sub-optimize like a fight that you do a few dozen times, right? Do I need to... I don't think I particularly need to trim down my friends list, but every once in a while just getting rid of people that I haven't played in a while I think is a good idea. Just to like preempt some stuff. Even though I have like plenty of slots, but you know. And I feel like anyone that hits 10 plus days... I feel like if you hit 10 plus days on anything, it stops being a regular thing for you, right? Dancing Zeno went. I will probably... never's a strong word, but I will probably never dance on stream. Like, I think it would have to be some sort of extraordinary event to get me to do that. Or an incredible amount of alcohol involved. But, yeah, Did the Enyard thing with the same characters on Element Change? Ellie, Maribel, Aoi, Lowen? Yeah, seems fun. Is the same thing possible on... I don't think it's quite the same on Lilith, is it? I mean, Cleo, yes. Is it possible? But I'm time gated. Ah. Angie, welcome to the stream. Xenotime, so cool. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. It's fair, but I'll keep asking because I want it. Romeo, please. Waiting to complete Galley's Spiral for enough heals. Oh, so like she gets the stat bursts from the levels. Wait, you'd want to use Galley as a healer? Oh, wait. No, she gains a regen, right? Is your Wind Dracolith not maxed? It should be? Unless we're talking about something else. I think that's Radiant Transang's voice line, maybe? But, yeah. I don't know what we want to do today. Honestly, I kind of just want to do a bit more Expert Jaldabaoth, or... Yalda? Jalda? I actually have no idea how that's pronounced. I've sort of just been winging it for the most part. If it's the names of, like, demons, angelic figures, that kind of thing, would it be Hebrew in origin? Not a clue. Looks smaller than the others. Oh. We can double check. Just in case. But it should be maxed. Be weird if it wasn't. Be incredibly weird if it wasn't. And before I forget, turn up the settings again, because best, smooth. Yep, that's fucking right. We're here to lose FPS and fry eggs on the back of our phone. QB, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's 30. I think it's because the horn points forward, right? If you zoom in, the horns on it point forward, so the silhouette's just a bit smaller. I guess the green's just not as visually loud compared to everything else, because it blends into the grass a bit. But yeah, they're all level 30, I think. 30 there, 30 there. Shadow 30, yes? Yes. Okay. Please don't fry me. Only if you ask me to. Let's see. Elemental Ruins. Yeah. How was today? Fairly chill, fairly chill. There's not a whole lot going on. Dragalia's quiet. What are we hoping for at the moment? I think for a lot of people it's the Fire Emblem Heroes reruns, which is going to be another quiet period for me, right? Because, you know, I'm mostly done. Well, I have all the Fire Emblem's Heroes characters for the collabs, right? For a lot of people, I guess they'll be getting the... I don't know, for people that joined later, they'll probably be getting Alphonse, Sharena, and for people that pull for meta, I guess a lot of people will probably pull for Peony. Crom's ended up being doo-doo in the Yalda fight. Veronica's still got her uses in Kyanchi's, if you ever need to do that. Fjorm is okay. I like using Fjorm. I don't think she's, like, top of the meta by any means, but I think she's fun. Marth has his uses, but falls off a bit, I guess. Doing 99 Windmaul expert runs. Oh my god. Is it For rainbow orbs? God, I feel like we're always short on rainbow orbs. Those fucking elemental altars are ruining us. Anyway, what do we have in terms of chests? No, we are done in chests, apart from these. Thank you, Zolt. Welcome to the stream. Oh, is that the rewards? Is it today? Is that today? No new levels? No new levels. Well, reminder for people to get those if available. And do the trials. Do people want to do this co-op? I have no idea. Honestly, I prefer spending wings on this because drowning in wings. Hold on. Let me double check. Is this the right one? Not entirely sure. There's no dragon prep on that one. This one? There's no dragon prep on this one either. I mean, either way, it should be fine if you just eat a few attacks, I guess? Maybe this one? Still no? This one's got skill prep. Oh, which I guess works, too. Yeah. We'll use this one? Oh, this must have been... If it's got the defense down, it must have been some sort of, when we were doing the time attack stuff. Ah! Backline, right. God damn it. So I've got to have a team around for this somewhere. Just Yudins in co-op. 80% skill damage. It's just for the stats! Still. Would have been this one then? Must have been this one. I don't know if people want to do this, but sure. Took the bullet and grinded wind and fire rune. It's going to be a million years before I max them otherwise. Yeah, nice 60% skill damage Guden build, you got save that. Hey, I don't know, man. Sometimes you just use the maxed prints there for stat sticks and shit. I had to double check which one that is in a bit. But otherwise, expect Yalda. Man, I don't know if I should dream summon Kimono Alazan. I'm very tempted. But Kelly still wants to use... but even if I do use... play Yalda, it's like... I still get a bit stuck due to my lack of Mars, which hurts. I've yet to see any other Gudens rocking 13k might. I think it depends on both augments and the spiral, right? People need to finish the spiral and have a bunch of weapon bonuses for sword. Which actually, if I finish the spiral, I guess I could. Because I think I have all of the I think I have all the bonuses for sword. My ult is still level 40, I'm hoarding until I can full upgrade all of them. Oh, that's a good point. I'm not sure about my sword dojos. And my light altars, I guess. That could also change things. Optimized Wormprint equals 90% 4-strike build. That's pretty much how it goes. Xantox, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Ooh, this guy's thick. This guy's almost 13k on his Guden. Is it possible to... I'm sure it's possible to actually max out your Guden at this point, right? Can we get a Monster Hunter rerun for that Rainbow Orb farm? I would... Man. I wonder if I would... Yeah, I'd be incredibly tempted to set up some sort of like auto farm for the event. Well, attack speed. All the stuff. Monster Hunter rerun for that Hunter's to recent Dread King Pepe heads. Minus 13k if I switch off Dragon Prep. Yeah, I mean like affinities also add to your might. Which kind of makes sense, I guess. But if you're purely might boosting, or like might flexing, sometimes your print setups don't quite make sense. Still? Decent. Yeah, let me might flex. Let me figure out if I can do much about that. Hold on, let's see. Mana circles for... Do I have materials for Guden? Can I finish this? Nope. I must have missed out on a couple of those. But Alec? Oh, wait, I need to grab these. $51k Wormite. Like, we're ready whenever that comes around, but... Alex just slowly getting bigger. So I think we have the strength. Do we have the strength amp thing? I don't know where the strength amp buff kicks in. Are you getting double chests? I have double chests on this week, so I got a bunch of double chests for Galix, which is nice. Not that I actually use her at the moment, but I feel like she might end up being pretty nice for Sinister Dominion. And, well, she's not going to be useful for, who am I thinking of? Cayenne, because like I don't really use her at the moment, and let's not use gold crystals. Yeah, does this make sense? This makes sense. Oh, and that's that. 13,270. Oh my god, that's a thick Guden. Yeah, I think I must have missed out on a bunch of double chest things, right? Because otherwise I think I'd have this. Oh, I don't even need Master, is it Thor? Yeah, Thor's Trial. Literally only need the, like, tier 1 orbs from that. Oh, it's daily deal while we're here. I've actually been fairly lucky when it comes to daily dealing. Like I managed to get Saiga from day 1 daily deal. I got a duplicate Formal Noel day 2. I guess we got a Vice day 3. I see you have Saiga. How is he? I actually haven't played him. I don't really have much of a reason to, so I haven't really tried him out, but yeah, I think he'll be okay. If I do try him out, I don't know, man. I need to use Champion's Testaments, right? If I want to make him usable, which is the annoying thing, and those are a bit in short supply at the moment, right? Anyway, Manacasters. Wow, I have all the wind Manacasters. All 2 of them. Sim says he's best wind. Really now? Really? Is that... I assume that's Curse and Nihility? Because, like, otherwise everyone else has a bunch of double buff stuff. We need to do this event a bunch as well, don't we? So I think we just do this solo, right? Right? Do I? Saiga? Can't tell if you're saying Saiga is best DPS on Sim as a joke or not. I have no idea. Oh, Saiga and Garland. Oh, you get Dragon Gauge, right? Because of the 50 combo. So that's like, how many autos? 5, 6, 7. 7 autos to get a bunch of Dragon Gauge. Yeah, so because Saiga's current DPS build is a 4 dragon build to abuse close range mana caster to build hit count for Dragon Gauge, yeah. So if you've got Garland's Chainco ability, works out. Completely... that's pretty unusable in Expert Ciela. No, Expert Ciela? Legend Ciela? Like, you're not dragoning ASAP, right? Oh, get Valflamed, welcome to the stream, welcome. Yeah, so you're not going to be able to dragon on demand in Legend Ciela because, for one, collapse, knock you out of dragon, and in Jaldabaoth, like if you're doing Master Yald, then I don't know, you typically want to save dragon for the ads, or at least key points of the fight. I don't know. Maybe if you do enough, then like it doesn't really matter and you just end up skipping a bunch of the fight anyway. I have no particularly strong thoughts on that. I don't know. In Yalda, I feel like Not's just better because of just, I don't know, like dispels on demand, big massive AoEs, and I think Saiga, if you have to handle ads, probably want to be using something like Midgard's Armor Zero, just because he covers the entire screen, right? Or you rely on your healer to do that, I guess that's also an option. Otherwise, I don't know. Either way, like it's mostly just idle theory crafting, because don't really have the gold toilet papers to test him properly. Like, even if we wanted the gold toilet papers to test him properly, side games don't exactly sell them at a price that seems reasonable. Like, unless you're an Omega Whale, at least you have like a ridiculous amount of disposable income. I don't think you can't even buy sunlight stones easily, for example. Like, could they even cap those purchases? Last I checked. Went broke going for Rezef. Really though, I should say for a light dragon, I only have Daiko at best. Daiko's still mostly okay. Like, if you're doing Galayuden stuff, like, Daiko can be useful so long as you can deal with the combo requirement, right? It's not too bad so long as you've got someone like Fritz or Mitsuhide on your backline. Although you do get forced disengages when it comes to... Well, both Lilith and Tartarus have forced disengages. Right. Tartarus Phase 2, he's got the jumps, you've also got the portals. Lilith, while it's not guaranteed to force you to disengage, like... you know, occasionally you'll have Candy Crossing force you, like, the safe zone there, or force you away from Lilith. Sometimes you'll have the lasers force you away from Lilith if you don't have a shield to soak them. What else is there? I guess Sweet Circle. Like, you technically could maintain combo if you're brave and you like... Well, your S1, if it's up, has enough range to hit Lilith from, like, midway through the circle, for one. Maybe you could dive in and force strike once or twice to keep combo between the different hits, but that is a bit precarious, right? Yeah, 2 per month for those packs. Oh, 2 for stones. Howdy Zeno, I sure hope Tri-Bongos is enabled here. Of course it is. Of course we have Tri-Bongos here. Like, I'm one of the one of the biggest spammers of Tri-Bongos in MechApps chat. I think not having Tri-Bongos here would be a bit hypocritical. No? I'm a lot of things, but I'd hope a hypocrite isn't one of them. Do you ever spam tribongos in your own chat? It's a good idea, Anders. It's a very good idea. I mean, I consider them not exactly. We're just autoing the fucking defensive battle at the moment. May as well just spam tribongos in my own chat. I'd be more surprised if they don't give the rest of the Fire Emblem Heroes unit spirals. So who's left, right? There's Sharena, there's Peony, the only irrelevant. Peony's kind of the only irrelevant one. There's Chrom, there's Tiki? Yeah. Peony, Sharena, Tiki, Chrom. Tiki's already pretty good. Or at least in the context of the Lilith fight. Sharena's the freebie, so like it's really a big deal how decent she ends up. But she's got a pretty fun... Honestly, she's fairly interesting, right? She's got the whole soaking attacks with her 4-strike thing going on with Sharena. Just that it's not actually mentioned anywhere in her kit that she has a special 4-strike that absorbs attacks and like grants her strength buffs. I don't know if that's a nod to like her abilities in Heroes or something. Oh.
Tribongos.
Anders, thank you for the 10 bits. Tribongos, indeed. She was the first 5-star fully built. She does seem... I think Sharena's got a really interesting kit, so like if she does get a spiral, it'd be nice. What would be super cool is if they somehow made the trials in the Fire Emblem Heroes event compendium fights, like, give out the convictions for their spirals to an... Maybe? I don't know. The convictions are like a funny mechanic, right? Because on the one hand, I don't know. Convictions gate you from getting the spiral, right? They don't actually replace any of the materials you need, do they? I haven't double checked. I sort of just spiral blindly nowadays. But I know that like Galarax's spiral that I did just earlier still needed Champion's Testaments and some other materials I'm not entirely sure about. So like, the convictions don't make it free, but they do gate it, I don't know. But if they somehow made the event compendium give out like free spirals for those characters, it'd be pretty cool. Would people wail? And no, sparking's a thing now, right? Maybe it would well, I was about to say force. How about convince? It would convince people to wail, maybe. Like, what would we add to their kits, right? Sharena has defense down and paralysis stuff, right? I'm not entirely sure what else her kit does, to be fair. I normally quick play this in co-op because my solo water on this is a bit unreliable. What does Chrom really need? I don't even know off the top of my head. He needs his fucking ether to be available in Curse and Nihility. I don't know why they made his fucking, like, so his S1 gives a unique buff, right, that gets consumed by his S2, but for some reason they made that unique buff, they had it removed by the curse. I'm just like, Get them all to level 100, put an amp with a 30-second cooldown on one of their skills and increase all their modifiers by 2%. I mean, that's how the Gala spirals have gone, right? Snow, that's a familiar name. I hope this person starts. Come on. Come on. Why are they like this? Sharena's a good skill share for paralysis, except paralysis is a bad affliction. I was supposed to spam Let's Play. Do I have the Let's Play sticker? I don't think I do. Which means I'm completely stuck. think we need to find another lobby. Non-Gala Spiral seem to be different since Nurse Alien gets a lot from her Spiral. I guess. Like, it's... Hold on. Defensive Battle Field Training, Defensive Battle X. Is there a difference between the two? Should I be doing one or the other? Is Field Training better? I don't even know anymore. Let's Play Here Goes, it's Showtime, all the same. I think I used the Fjorm sticker for the... Oh my god. It's the same lobby. Alright, I guess we're making one. Where's your rapid fire mana caster to kill ads easily? Here's you, please. You wound me. There's no rapid fire mana casters here. I don't think I have a single one. Let's see, how many rapid fire mana casters are there in the game? There's only Leo and Shell off the top of my head. Panther doesn't really count. Kind of. Right? I don't think she counts. Oh, Lapis, right. I also don't have Lapis. Oh, there's one of them. Just only upgrade Peony Coab to 100% light damage for a Spiral. Oh my god, QB. Not to be fair, Coabs aren't actually touched by Spirals, right? But I feel like Peony's kit is kind of overloaded. Her kit does a lot of shit. It does a lot of shit. It's like Life Shield at Battle Start. You've got the S... Actually, okay, the S1 doesn't do too much as far as I can tell. But you got the S2 that gives you a unique Full Strike, that gives you like a billion buffs. I don't know the rest of her kit. You can make her buffs immune, then she'd shift from DPS to support. I've always thought that she was more of a support than a DPS, because I never got the impression that her like her mods themselves seemed kind of mediocre. So I never really had the impression that she was a strong DPS. It should just be fine with the two of us, I reckon. Let's see, like while this is autoing, right? S1 does 400% damage on S1. Okay, it does paralyze for another roughly 300%, right? Phase 2 on skill shift has a 10% defense buff. Phase 3, 10% strength for the team. So S1 kind of mediocre, but somewhat spammable. It's got skill shift stuff. S2 also does about 1,000 damage for an S2 that costs 6.5k SP. That's kind of mediocre again. But 10% team strength, 10% team attack rate. It's pretty good. And it has like innate paralyzed Punisher. Okay, so this is not that bad. But man, I feel like what would they do to this? They probably, like, if they did give Peony a Spiral, like, please up these mods just a bit. Like, at least put this to like 600, maybe 700 for this to be reasonable. And this you could do with like another 30 to 40% on top of these numbers, I reckon. And again, okay, so against Paralyzed Foes, this does about 1.5k? So maybe have this deal, I don't know, 2k against Paralyzed Foes? I don't think it's asking too much, right? Yeah, god. Jaldabaoth, if I remember that's how you pronounce the Norse. Dear god. Alright, so Life Shield at the start of quests, kind of dead. Doesn't really do too much, and if you've got a Gala Yuden on your team, it just stops them from activating their Dragon Gauge thing more reliably. But, you know, when you're using your S2 and you get the... I mean, like the 40% skill gauge prep, you could probably push that to 50% with a Spiral. And all of these, with these buffs, you could probably put these to like 15%, 12% attack rate, 25% defense, 10% shadow res, 10% movement speed. The movement speed one's weird, but like, I guess she was introduced when like these defensive battles were more of a thing, right? And I think they've made us faster since the last time this event was a thing. So back then, maybe the what is it? The movement speed was useful. Movement speed, the buff only she can give very OP clearly, so Nihility kills it. Oh dear. I don't know. Would it be kinda useful? I mean, like 5% movement speed, I feel like even if you're like, oh, maybe it'll help you dodge mechanics like more reliably, but like it's probably very unlikely that 5% movement speed ever makes a difference. I mean, I don't know, maybe over the course of the fight it might help you get a couple of extra attacks because the uptime adds up or something, but it's hard to imagine it really making a tangible difference. Curse Resist obviously becomes Potent Curse Resist, and Paralyzed Punisher, I don't know, push it to 35% or something, right? Peony Spiral, done. What does Crom need? Crom needs to be able to use his S2. That's about it when it comes to Spiral. Referencing her Orders buff that units get when she uses Gentle Dream in Fire Emblem Heroes? Pretty much. Well, to be fair, I don't really play Fire Emblem Heroes, right? I think I played it for like a week or two when it was launched, but otherwise, Also, why does he... Oh, they link to the Fire Emblem wiki page of that. That's interesting. But Crom. They probably, if they ever gave him a Spiral, I don't know, like 600% on the S1 or something, because the S1's not supposed to be like a huge part of your damage, but at least make the Flames of Awakening. It's a unique buff. Make it survive the Curse Nihility. Why they like this? I know, increase the hit point restoration to 4%, increase the cap to 20, afflicted foes, yeah. But obviously all of these. Actually, would you? Yeah, I think you should up these percentages a bit, right? Just a bit. Black Elemental, welcome to the stream. I don't know. Like, it's already a pretty meaty skill. But like... does it quite make him viable? I don't know. I remember when Crom was first released, I think I do remember people doing stuff like one-shotting Volk as soon as he hit phase 2, or like doing like 15 million damage to Volk and just like killing him outright kind of thing. Nihility was a rush mechanic. It does sort of have that feel, right? It does have that kind of feel. Because like, it feels like they applied it a bit heavy-handed, and they've gone and stepped back and been like, okay, no, never mind, let's let Irene keep her buffs for some reason. Can't even stick to their own rules. I mean, that's the thing. They never stated what the rules were outright. They kept it vague. So any sort of rule, or at least as far as I can tell, any sort of rule that exists, I think, is the community's best interpretation of what the rules are. And obviously we keep on finding exceptions to those rules, which is the issue. They just do a horrible job of communicating what Curse Nihility actually is. I mean, like, in terms of PR-wise, right? I don't think they can actually say what personality is actually for, right? Because basically it's a way for them to... I don't know. Actually, no, they did mention it, right? They did mention it in the Okada interview stuff, or whatever it is. Okada was like, oh, it's supposed to get you guys to try new units instead of the same old buffers and this and that kind of stuff. Eclipse, welcome to the stream. We are currently bitching about Okada. That's new, huh? Okada gave the most PR non-answer answer that he could have given. And that's probably the way it should be, I guess. Like, I don't know. I think expecting them to be upfront and be like, we want to make money is probably a bad way of going about things. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know, there's always this battle, right, between corporations and consumers and, like, you know, the flow of money, so to speak, is always going to go from people with less knowledge about one thing to those with more, to an extent. When it comes to games, maybe that's less the case, but, like, when it comes to something you want done, you pay people who know more about that thing to do it for you, kinda. When it comes to... and, you know, the money that exchanges hands is supposed to be a sort of measure of the information difference to an extent. Or at least that's the kind of thing that, like... I guess I'm just sort of paraphrasing what my economics teacher would have told me back in the day. But, like... business exists because of information imbalances, right? For example, you pay a dentist because they know more about dentistry than you do, for example. That kind of thing. And you trust that whatever you pay is worth their knowledge, I guess? Because, like, you're never going to be, unless you study dentistry yourself, you're never going to be able to do it yourself as, like, you know... you don't have that kind of time, kind of thing. I don't know. Where am I even going with this? I have no idea anymore. Said they want us to use new units, meaning the new units they'll be releasing, pretty much. Except you can't because Rose Queen doesn't work. I don't know why, like... I kind of realized it was too nice Hycothonius. I mean, like, it's because they made that, for some reason, not some sort of in-quest strength buff? I don't know why they changed that. Carry us an expert Yada. Sure? Maybe? Oh, I should put Dragon Prep on, right? Do I have Dragon Prep? I don't have Dragon Prep. Let's put Dragon... wait, hold on. Dragon Prep is kind of... wait. Is it kind of pointless here? I don't even know. We'll put it on anyway, because why not? Either way, I've got open slots, so let's go do that. And we do... do we do this? I'm not entirely sure. Draconic Resurrection. Yeah, sure, why not? Sword Arm, that's not going to apply. What about... which one do I want? Corrosion? I don't think any of these make a difference. Okada realized 105% strength and 30% hit point. Dragon was too kind, so he's making every other element suffer. Shadow making it worse for everyone, just like before. God, fucking Shadow. Because the strength from Shapeshift is a buff? I thought it still applied in the ability bracket, though. I'm not entirely sure. Because like, the whole point was that it's immune because it's in the ability bracket rather than buff bracket. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, expert Yalda? To be fair, I need a bunch of this because I can't auto this for shit, not with my current units anyway. Well, I need to do a bit more manually, I think, before I can actually start to get the slots and upgraded worm prints ready for like any sort of attempt at a auto team, right? Because like I think auto teams with my units do exist, they're just lower reliability, but they still need me to get the worm print slots and upgraded worm prints. Leonidas. One day. I don't even have I mean, like, technically, if I wanted to be optimal Lowen, I guess, I could probably stick Gozu on Lowen. But I need to stone him, which is an issue. I see Anders swapping to Melsa. I mean, feel free to use Melsa if you want to. I have no strong feelings about you using Melsa, I think. Should I push for a Deathless Auto on Master Lilith? Is there any point? If you can Deathless manual on Master Lilith, I don't think you need to worry too much about Deathless Auto, right? Right? And you swapped to Mouse because Angie joining interrupted Laxie's join quote. Ah. You sure you don't want a Mouser? I think Angie's doing some funky stuff, so we'll see what they turn up with. But we got the Lowen, we got the Ellie for the 40% strength buff, which in the absence of any other buffs whatsoever, then like 40% does end up being pretty good. Maybe later. Alright. Reborn Agni. Giant hands. Why do they make the hands so big, guys? We got people in... I think we had people in my Discord calling them yaoi hands, and I'm just like, oh no. Oh no. And if you don't know what yaoi hands are, Google it yourself. I'm not showing you. I probably can't on stream. Ooh, Chelsea. Ooh. Okay. I think Chelsea has... Does she have... She has self-damage, right? And then lifesteals on her S1 or something like that? It reminds me of the old con days where yaoi paddles are a thing. What are yaoi paddles? They've all since been banned. What are yaoi paddles and why are they banned? Oh god. Even hearing that makes me worry. Who's prisoned? Okay. And the clone is dead. This. Oh, if I waited a split second, we would have had a defense buff, huh? Very sad. Still, the Chelsea does seem to be working. Am I supposed to dragon here? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it helps. Maybe I'm better off just spamming heals with Chelsea. Does Chelsea want to be at low hit points, or is that just a side effect of her kit? It's a paddle with yaoi written on it. And the joke has, if you hit with it on the butt, you're now gay. Oh, very nice. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, like that kind of thing would open itself up to people just using it as an excuse to smack people on the ass, like, far too hard. Guess I'm not too surprised with this band. Oh, let's do this. It's helping. Oh god. The heals really screw you if they... Oh. We're pretty short on dispels, huh? Happened many times. Yeah, I don't know. I think like most things are okay in moderation. It's just people that take it too far in like any sort of context that kind of ruin things for everyone else. But like, I don't know. I suppose like just even the whole yaoi pedals thing, like, just leads to people overstepping boundaries and stuff, and like... Is that on me? Yeah, that's on me. Let's kill the Godmancer, kill the Goblin, there we go. Am I still on reduced graphics? Because those balls are just disappearing. Oh, wait, we already had Goldfish buff, huh? Oh no, okay, so there are the Cyclones. Why did those balls just vanish into thin air then? And that one too. Oh, I should probably get some regen going. I don't know. I guess I've never really been to a con, so like, I don't really have the context for a lot of this, but frankly, like, just what I hear about a lot of these things just does mildly worry me. And only one buff, it's not too bad. But it does need a Nadine skill, which I think is our only dispel at the moment. My regen got interrupted. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. And I died too. Great googly boogly, it's all gone to shit. Wait, we want to wait for everyone to die, right? And then somebody hits no. There we go. I have Draconic Resurrection. Oh, God. Kill me. There we go. Okay, so... somebody votes no? And then we go back to the menu. I mean, I think Chelsea is somewhat okay, but as with anyone that damages themselves, you gotta be fairly aware of the fight. Her S2 doesn't work? Okay, she can't hurt herself, nor can she heal herself with S1. Oh god, that's... Pain. Kind of just exploded. I think we got hit by like 2 room-wide mechanics, but she... Yalda also had like 100% strength, which doesn't help. They're a lot of fun and worth going to if you want to enjoy nerd culture. The issue is there's some real weirdos in it too. They ruin it for others. Should I switch? I think you're okay. I think you're okay. And is the tank god? Chelsea Badho's mad. Oh god. Don't let Quitter don't let Quitter hear you say that. But yeah, Kelly I think is supposed to be pretty good for Yalda. It's just I've never played her myself, so I'm not an expert when it comes to these things. But yeah, if I do go to a con, if I ever go to a con in the future, I'm not too sure what it would be. I mean, obviously it'd probably be one based in the UK, huh? But then again, I don't know. UK cons always seem a bit mediocre. Maybe one of the ones in Germany for gaming? Gamescom? Is that one? But yeah, I mean, like, once everything else blows over, of course. Now is not really the time. But, no. Can always plan ahead, that kind of thing. Comiket? I've heard of that one, but it's held in Japan. Oh, for it's typically held at Tokyo Big Sight in August and December. Oh, I've seen that building. Huh. You should disconnect so the AI can take over and perform better than 99% of humans. God. Galaxy. Yeah, I think I've both seen that building in like other people's videos, and I think I've seen that building referenced in Gintama as well. But it's a doujinshi fair, so like it's not really something I have like a huge interest in. Like, I don't think I think there'd be interesting things to see, but otherwise I don't really have a huge interest in the main subject of the con, I guess. But when it does come to, if it comes to cons, what exactly would I go to? Because, like, I guess gaming ones are fairly standard. There's also oh, the overdamage buff doesn't overwrite. Would I want to go to TwitchCon and you have a huge interest in doujinshi? Anders, how do you have time to type that when you're playing Galaxy? What? Oh, did you type that before? I don't even know anymore. Went AFK for a second. Oh my fucking god, Anders. Yeah. Alright, I still got the Dragon Gauge. Well, I was capped on Dragon Gauge anyway. Okay, so we see where this run. Dash it that way. Stay over here. Such devastation was not my intention. There we go. Void Agni! I'm doing Void Agni things. Is it dead? Kind of. And we destroy the tome? Oh, Goldfish buff is up, so I guess I leave this. Tome is down, very nice. Gonna give us another hit point buff, because why not? One letter between every galaxy tap. Guess that works. I'm gonna get some regen heals going on, because that do a deceptively large amount of damage. It adds up. Like, every one of those Gop monster projectiles does like 400, 500 damage each, and when there's like 6 of them flying around, that puts you into like lethal range pretty easily. No, that's fluorescent fish up already. I think I'm just going to use this with a small burst heal then. Alright, so next up is Nidhogg. I've never really gotten this guy's shtick. Like, he targets someone with the purple thing. Get some regen heals going again. Let's get these going. I don't know, TwitchCon's always hosted in... is it Texas? Actually, where is TwitchCon hosted? I know it's in the US somewhere, right? But as for the actual state and city, I have not a clue. Would I go, to be fair? Like... I feel like or at least I don't really feel like I'm that immersed in Twitch to the point where I'd want to go to TwitchCon. Like, I'm not a particularly huge fan of anyone to the point where like, oh yeah, I want to fly across the world to meet them. I think like meeting some viewers could be fun, meeting Metcalf so I could harass him could be fun, but otherwise, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really call to me. I don't know. Does anyone in chat actually go to TwitchCon, for example? Is it worth going to? I don't know. I feel like this past year and a half almost has left me like pretty indifferent to most things. Well, hopefully things improve. End up slightly less dead inside afterwards, that kind of thing. I don't know. What would I do? What about meeting your viewers so you can harass us? I don't know. I think I'm fairly I don't know. Fairly chill. When it comes to actually meeting people in person, I think I'd be fairly safe for work. Can't harass me when I don't exist. That's a good point too. Like, I'm fairly certain only about 5 people actually exist in chat. Everyone else is like probably a figment of my imagination. You never know. Oh, there's that philosophical thing again, huh? Can't actually be sure anything is real. Anyway. Anyone for X by Jaldabaoth? I'm only in your dreams. Thank you, Sifa. I don't know. Like, now that I stopped doing YouTube videos, I do find myself with a lot more time to do random stuff. I found myself playing a lot of RimWorld again, which is like a nice colony management game. Found myself shaking off like 5 years of Rust on the guitar. It's sort of just across the room from me at the moment. But, you know, started plucking away at that thing again. Like, I originally started playing back in like, it's 2014, 2015. I played until maybe like, taught myself for a couple of years until like 2016. And then like, I sort of just stopped. I mean, mostly because I only ever wanted to... Mostly picked up the guitar to learn a single piece. And then I actually managed to learn it and play it well, and then I'm just like, yep, we're done. Motivation gone. And I just let myself like forget how to play. But, you know, now that I've got a bit more time on my hands again, you know, started shaking off the rest, trying to get back to the point where I can play it again. And hopefully at some point I can, like, I don't know, open streams with some guitar, because obviously, like, you know, the start of stream, relatively fewer people watching, and I can just, you know, maybe chill with the guitar for the first 5 minutes of each stream, right? I think that'd be a nice thing to do. When that starts happening is undecided, because obviously I actually need to be at a level where I can like somewhat perform. That could be a few months, I don't know. It's been a long time since I properly played guitar, like at least 4 or 5 years. But at some point, be nice. It would be nice to do like a track every now and again for people. Well, not a track, a piece, right? It's a marker on me. Oh, a summon? A summon. Why am I targeting the boss? Why did Anders disconnect? Oh, it's actually happening. We're getting perfect AI play. Oh my god. Perfect AI Galaxy, maybe. Where's Yukata Cassandra Skillshare for better over damage uptime? I don't have Yukata Cassandra. It's so sad. I'm gonna remake this. Gonna remake this so Anders can get back in. Angie as well, of course. Yeah, I don't know. I think after these runs, also show you guys what I'm missing and like what I could potentially pull from Dream tickets, because there's 2 of them, right? There's the free one from the event. There's also the paid one. Obviously, the paid one's a bit more flexible. I think I decided before that I might get Mitsuba and Lapis from the 2, but I'm also very tempted to get Kimono Alazan. And if I did get Kimono Alazan, it would probably... is it possible to get Lapis and Kimono Alazan? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if both of those are unavailable on the free summon ticket. I think the free summon ticket, the only one I'd possibly get is Mitsuba. Because that one's a bit more limited in terms of the roster, if I remember correctly. Dear. I don't know, I suppose I can go a tiny bit longer without Lapis Skillshare. Yukata Cassandra Conviction's gonna rot. Actually, yeah, Yukata Cassandra did get a spiral, right? Yukata Cassandra... Spiral... Wait, no? Oh, it's not actually been released yet, right? I'm not using Lapis as a unit. Like, I feel like she would have been... She's mostly okay, right? She can kind of function with Karina, because I think she still kind of benefits from the whole... She also has buff count scaling, right? On her S... S1? I'm actually not sure. She has buff count scaling, right? She has buff count scaling on her S2, okay. Caps at plus 80% though. So like, obviously it's not as egregiously broken as Karina could be. But I think she's still, you know, at base, that S2 already does 3k damage, right? So that's already pretty meaty. But, you know, mechanic compared to Karina. I'm actually, I wonder what they could do for twins to make it, is it possible to make it counter Karina without completely butchering the rest of, and this? And this? What the? Anders? Oh, Anders. Is your game crashing? I even moved closer to router. Oh no. It's a sign the game says AI Galaxy is better than Human Galaxy. I'm sure Anders could be pretty close, right? And before Sargons puts Nihility and Legend Twins to counter Karina Cheese, I'd be pretty I would hate it if they did that. Like, at this point, I feel like, honestly, at this point, I would prefer they just, like, because, like, they weren't scared of nerfing Vice, right? They didn't nerf Vice. No, they did nerf Vice, and they're just like, okay, guys, we're just gonna refund your spiral materials. I don't know why they can't just do the same thing with Karina as well. If she's like, I mean, obviously, if she's breaking the game as much as they think she is, I feel like it's not that bad of a thing. I don't know, man. Like, make the prison that captures you into hit count. Ooh. Yeah. I'm sure they counter that through like some stupid combination of like have one of the Karinas bring over damage or something. Some like high hit count skill share, like. No, actually, yeah. I don't know. I'm sure like one of them bringing over damage anyway is probably. Is it optimal? I'm not entirely sure. I feel like I want to say it would be, but obviously removes the opportunity for like everyone to use the same setup, right? Which is a big thing of making a cheese comp accessible, is not having varying setups, and like you don't have to check all your pubs, that kind of thing. Well, the black and white butterflies will hit count as well. Just watch them make it both white butterflies. Just like, fuck you, Karina. There we go, we're gonna surround the arena. Like, the arena is gonna have, I don't know, 5 white butterflies at all times. And nah. Certain Berserk will be easier than P2. Actually, to be fair, the existence of the Berserk mechanic at all, I think, is pretty unfriendly for Karina, right? Because axes, I don't really see axes as the best force striking weapon, right? So I don't know. Maybe you'd bring a what? Lapis? Because Lapis, for some reason, I think Lapis still has the additional damage on her Force Strike like Gala Leonidas does. Like, they're not supposed, it's not a standard regular thing for all rapid fire mana casters to be good at overdrive shredding. It's just that they up the overdrive shred on Gala Leonidas. I don't know if Lapis has the same thing. Kinda wanna say she does, but I'm not too sure about that. I don't know if I'm helping. Oh, 0.3 times compared to Leo, who has 1.3 times. So what 0.3 times is the standard for rapid fire mana casters. Leo is just a special case. And Garda Shell is also a special case in exactly the same way. I see corrosion on the Leo and on Panther. Did I not heal that off, or are they using corrosion prints? Did it get healed? Am I getting smacked by stuff? Oh dear. So I don't think I see the corrosion debuff on those guys anymore. So I guess I didn't heal it off at some point. Probably use Lapis Sander's salary healer or something. Yeah, I feel like anything with Lapis would be nice. I don't know, because like even if you're not applying all the different afflictions to control the... What is the buff? Ura Omote? Something like that? It's like the blue and red circles. Applying Frostbite, applying... I guess... Is it Bog is the other one? Like one that CCs and one that does damage over time are the two different variations of afflictions, right, that control the amount of buff scaling they get. Because Lapis doesn't afflict anything. Xander Frostbites. Healers obviously don't really afflict much. And then Summer Celery? Oh, I guess she bogs. Yeah, that would work. My Legendaya is Summer Celery, Pipple, Zan, Renee. I mean, if you could skip the healer and use Renee instead, I think that would be pretty cool. Would be pretty nice, I reckon. But obviously you need to be... I mean, that depends on whether or not the fight has low enough forced damage output to allow that sort of thing. Because I think Renee's total healing output is fairly low in the grand scheme of things. Anyway, I'll give it like a minute for anyone in chat to join if they want to, and then I'll open it to pubs. Because obviously there's a pub in here and it's not exactly fair if they're just completely clueless and waiting for people to join. We are joined by Sifat. Okay, Black Mage Beta, welcome to the stream. Hello. Sifat with Yuden. Okay. Have to keep her freeze res down since you need to freeze her to dispel buffs. I mean, the red and blue circle things around them, I believe the mechanic specifically sets their affliction resistances to like 60%. So like, I don't think the twins ever gain full resistance to stuff unless they have the, well, like outside of the buff windows, right? Like, while they're buffing themselves, I think they are uniquely, like, afflictable. It's kind of weird like that. Oh, probably shouldn't use that. Oh, because I've got over damage. Because I've got over damage, I can't selectively use one charge of my Force Charge. It uses them two at a time because my Force Strike only ever does... Well, obviously it's locked to multiples of 2. It's interesting to know. Ah, lag spike. Uh-oh. How warm is it? Oh, it's egg frying time. So I'm thinking Summer Celery so she can just apply easy bog and good DPS. Yeah, I think the one annoying thing about Summer Celery is that her S2 buff is like a small circle around her, right? Makes it kind of annoying to apply to your team. It's not so bad with AI, because obviously certain points of the fight they are going to gather around you. But without that, dear. It's gonna be mildly annoying. Let's take... sit at range. And we're good. For some reason I thought that circle was going to clip me and like do damage anyway. It was ages away, but I was still kind of worried about it. I don't trust the hitboxes in this game sometimes. Oh. Oh. Let's get the tome while we can. And that's the tome, very good. But you need any CC affliction, not necessarily just freeze. So there's... I mean, it's mostly, it's what? Stun? Stun, freeze, bog, I believe are the three common ones. Don't think anyone afflicts sleep, for example. To be fair, I don't actually know if they even make them vulnerable to sleep with that mechanic. Seafoot, we are in need of your dispels. There we go. That's a nice thing about Yuden Dragon form, is that it does actually like instantly, oh, super spammable dispel during those dragon windows, right? Bring Valeria for reflections. Does he have access to everything? Like with his different stances, does he have access to like both CC and DPS afflictions? Like, I have Valeria, I've just never played him. But like, I only got him maybe the last time I did a big pull session. So like, even then, like, you know, he wasn't really relevant, so I've never really had a reason to play him. So the reason I waited for my Mim skill to come up first? Ah, Curse Nihility, goddammit. I swear Curse Nihility wasn't up when I first... because overdamage is based on the user's strength, right? So I figured I may as well get the Mim strength buff before I overdamage people. Be slightly better. Maybe not this time. It's a bit redundant to be using Mim skill when my Dragon Gauge is full, but I may as well, right? Why does it linger so much? No, that's on me. And it's dead. Time to fall asleep so Xenodaddy carries. Oh my god, Seafat. To be fair, I don't think he got hit by too much, right? It was fairly clean. Not that I'm paying the most attention. I am slightly drowsy for reasons. Well, not even that. I think I'm just mildly drowsy. I'm not friended with Anders. It's very weird. How curious. Friend list is full. No wonder. I slept twice. I could have iframed them both, but I was rolling. Bad. It happens, right? Sometimes you roll just slightly off. Anyway, let's see. In terms of different things we have this. Let's just show things we can get. So I can only get 4. Yeah, so like Mitsuba's the only one that really makes much sense here, because she enables some cheese. Akasha, Zubagier, Forta, they don't really do anything for me. Dragons-wise, could get either of these. I think I found max essences for them, but obviously like they don't enable me to do anything I can't already do, right? But this we can hold on to for a while. Well, I think it's actually permanent, so we can just hold on to it for a while. And we still got these 5-star vouchers, which I don't think I've ever updated the pool for, so I think they're just Outwater vouchers, right? As for the other Dream Summon, Bellina's good with Andromeda. Yeah, but I don't really play Bellina, right? And I think, honestly, I prefer playing her with Fatalis anyway. Kudo, welcome, welcome. Are you enjoying your steamed hams? What? Let's have a look at the lineup here. Let's see if we hide the stuff we don't have. Like, I feel like Lapis is Lapis or Kimono Alazan, god damn it. You know what we talked about before, Zena? You kind of just forgotten? I may have forgotten. I'm very confused. Did you message me something before? Okay, I don't know. I just checked our Discord message logs. That was a while ago, Kudo. Anyway, I feel like the only thing I'd want to get here is Kimono Alazan. Like, I don't think anyone else here really opens anything up. Pain. And Dragons is the same thing, right? Giovanni, Gabriel, neither of those. What's your code? Player info. My code is that. Do I not have a command for that? What cheese is Summer Norwin for again? Summer Norwin, I remember there's like the Mitsuba. I think it's for energizing? I don't know if it's like for Ciela. Might be for Ciela. I don't know if it's for Lilith as well. There might be a Lilith cheese using Summer Norwin, but like not Master, obviously. I think it's probably for standard. I think it's standard Lilith. Mitsuba uses that and energizes the Guden skills, something like that. Is Albert still good? I think he's okay. Like, I think Sifa in chat very occasionally uses Albert for Lilith. It's like he's usable, but I think he's also tricky, right? Because his S1 forced movement and his spiral completely changes his gameplay. Like his gameplay loop, like most of the time you'd spam force, because like most of the time swords spam 4 strikes, right? But if you spiral Albert, then spamming 4 strikes without the electrified buff, or like without your S2 ready, I think drains your S2, so like you're discouraged from 4 striking with Albert. It's really weird. So personally, I'd rather go Kelly between Kelly and Norwin. Yeah. I also use Albert in Legend Tartarus. Wait, what? Would he be useful? Yeah, I guess. I want Leonidas. Yeah, I want Leonidas as well. He would make things so much easier for me. Like Legend Volk, like solo. I'd never have to think again. An old spiral that I assume devs tried to make unique but tried too hard. As seen with Xander. Yeah, Xander's weird as well. Can't clear Lilith expert solo. I feel like Lilith expert isn't too bad. Like even without, because it's light units, right? Oh no, light units are pretty bad. Don't have dispellers. You're basically reliant on skill shares, right? When it comes to expert Lilith, I believe what I do is I use Nadine and Ranzel skill shares, but like any cheap dispel works, right? Oh, you do need to unlock at least one cheap dispel. I mean, you get Ranzel if you spiral him, if you get him to level 56, or no, 56 nodes on the mana circle, then Ranzel's skill becomes a cheap dispel-ish. Cheap in terms of resources required, in terms of SP cost it's pretty high up. Obviously, in terms of other dispels, you've got easy, like if you've got Lapis, that's great. Lucas Spiral also enables him to dispel. And in fact, if you ever want to auto Lilith, I believe Luca is one of the better units to use as an AI dispeller. Obviously, you've also got Same and Nadine ones, but those are pretty expensive. Other dispels, like Lapis, if you've got her, she's great. But yeah, Light is not very heavy in terms of dispels. There's Rishada, there's Luca. Is that it? Is that it in terms of light dispels? Are there not more dispellers in light? Either way, like it's just shared skills, I think, are your main thing for dispels. Thought water was bad. I guess light and water are just as bad, huh? But yeah, I think this is my auto team here. Got Rishada. Rishada doesn't dispel as AI, but Luca does. But yeah, these guys mostly okay. At least water has Lapis. I don't have any fire dispellers. I mean, same thing, right? Wait. I mean, well, I don't know. Technically, you can Spiral Yuden, but Spiral Yuden is... Oh wait, fire dispellers? Yeah. I mean, if it's for Yalda, then like, Yuden is good for spamming dispel, but otherwise you basically rely on Leonidas as a dispelling lead. But yeah, I mean like, doing stuff with Yuden is possible. Naveed cries. Naveed doesn't... Like, Naveed's got regular dispel, but it's not bursty dispel, and it's not as often as Leonidas, I feel like. Or maybe it is, but it still feels bad. I don't know. Naveed has dispel? Yeah, Naveed dispels. Well, Naveed's also got a spiral, right? I don't know if the spiral... I don't know if it dispels without spiral? But yeah, Naveed S1 dispels. Let me just double check, right? Naveed S1 dispels one buff. Is that spiral only? Yeah, it's spiral only. So you got to spiral Naveed to get a dispel. Yeah, he's got dispel on S1. It's just he kinda suffers from nihility because these buffs, the 20% defense and strength here, don't activate when you're cursed. Otherwise, I know he's okay, I guess. This kind of doesn't work that great, but obviously 8% flurry strength, not bad, but keeping up flurry strength can be a bit tricky. But you know, you get a bit of skill prep, you get a bit of ability defense, I guess. Naveed is much better with single target enemies, as AI at least. Yeah, I mean the one thing I find annoying with Naveed is because his S1 is such a small AoE, you don't really get the luxury of being able to like mass dispel like with other units. So like, if you leave the ads up too much in Yalda, then like those ads, they do buff themselves if you leave them up too much, and it can make them a bit heavy. Which is why I like using Nadine Skillshare, because that can wipe a lot of buffs if necessary. But oh god, just Yalda for me in general. Anyway, Sifa was asking how many gold toilet papers I had. So is it materials? Yeah, 4. So that's like 1 spiral, I guess, or like 1 unit to 50 MC. He's nice as long as he's in control. Yeah, as an AI, he's probably gonna delete an ad, and that's about it. I mean, like if I do dream summon Kelly, then like she'll just eat the rest of my toilet paper. It's a weird sentence to say out loud, but it's kind of true. I think the only 2 Yada prints worth maxing are the skill damage one and the sword psalm. Because the other one is what, like Stormlash Punisher? Everything else is irrelevant or too niche to be worth if you can't max everything. I think that's yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair assessment. So if you look at these, we've got Wind of Apes, Skill Haste. I mean, like, most of the time you typically max out on Skill Haste anyway. The other ones are like, let's see. God, why is it sorted by levels? Savage Hawk, Stormlash Punisher, Sword Psalm there. You've got the skill damage one. To be fair, I mean, like, it's maybe okay if you don't have the ones from Lilith. But the ones from Lilith, the skill damage ones, have better affinities, I believe? Because, like, you need 4 of the Axe affinities to actually get the Overdrive Punisher affinity bonus from that. Yeah, everything else is essentially an affinity slot. Yeah, pretty much. So the orthodox print rating for these, the skill damage one and sword psalm is best, in my opinion. Skill damage and buff boon is decent to hold for future use. Yeah, I mean, like, this one I can easily stick on a healer or something, right? It's not too unreasonable. And I guess if I do like Kelly lead auto Yalda, then like it's maybe usable. I mean, the one thing I found though is I have tried putting the Draconic Resurrection print on AI lead when I think I put it on Hope when I was autoing some Ciela. I did find that even if you do revive, your controlled unit still swaps to the second unit in control in your party. So like I'd find that if Hope did happen to eat every single arrow from bolts from above, for example, he'd die. Your control would swap to your number 2 slot, so in my case it would swap to Xilus, and then Hope would revive after like 5 seconds. The problem is, like, you use Hope lead for his iframes, right? So like, I don't know. Just ends up being a bit awkward. Still not worth it unless it has some sword boon. On that Stormlash print. Oh. I don't know. A skill haste one here. The Eagle's affinity? I forget what that gives you immunity to. Eagle's boon? Eagle's boon. What does that do? When are we getting Legend Twins? Do we think it'll be at the end of the month? In 2 weeks' time? Would that be Legend Twins? Would that sound about right to people? Let me just search up Eagle's Boon real quick. I'm like, is it Eagle's Boon? Eagle's Boon. Eagle's Boon gives you burn resist. That. Maybe you'd put it on something like Nurse Alien? For Lilith, maybe? I don't know. Maybe useful for like autoing twins or something. Need the Lancer's Boon Sword Psalm to use on Vida. I still need to see it. I still need to see it for still need to see Vida at some point. Use it for twins? I mean twins. There's nothing. I don't know. It's weird because twins. Like, so long as you play right, I don't think there's any unavoidable instances of afflictions. What are we figuring out? Mostly just going over the like the worm prints from Jalda, right? Like, they're not all that great. They're okay. But it's for resilient offense. Wait. Hold on. What are we talking about? We're talking about the burn resist affinity, right? Why does that relate to resilient offense? They're gonna add burns and stun to Twins AoE. I mean, like, Twins AoE is fairly predictable, right? You know that the blue attacks stun, the red ones burn, if I remember correctly. It's the only 5-star print with Eagle's Boon. Oh, right. Yeah, no, you don't use that. Oh no, so it gives you like plus strength once you drop to 30%. Yeah, no, that's basically not gonna happen, right? Especially if you got Eagle's Boon. Like if you do drop to those fatal levels of hit points without being burnt, then like I think you screwed up. I don't need to go for Affliction Resist on a healer. Yeah, kind of makes sense. I think with Legend Twins, would you go Stun Resist or Burn Resist healer? Would you... Actually, no, you'd probably just go both, right? What else is there? There's the... What's the print with Cleo on it? It's like Affliction Resist. Something like that. Worst part of Burn is that it inhibits dragons. I mean, when it comes to Aya, not Aya, there's like... There's no unavoidable burn, as far as I can tell. So it doesn't really come into play too often. What worm print am I thinking about? It's the one with the Summer Cleo on it? Something like that? Oh. They can always make the burn lethal like in Master Hybrid Hilda. I mean, the burn just brought you to 1 hit point or something like that, right? I don't think it outright killed you? So the print I am thinking of is... I feel like I've gone past it already. Indelible Summer, there we go. 1 HP is fine. I mean, like... Oh, it's Wolf Spoon, Stun Resist. So like I do typically use this, I would use this on a healer, I guess. Legend Difficulty Twins will probably do something about the burn. I mean, like, the whole point of the Agato fights is that you don't get punished for bringing a particular resistance, right? You get rewarded for bringing both. Or at least, you get punished if you don't have a variety, I believe. Like, Volk has the different Affliction bombs, you've got different safe spots for Twins. Like, all of the Afflictions are avoidable in Twins. Tartarus has the different portals. Tartarus is very cruel with afflictions, to an extent. Like, the melee attacks in Phase 2, they poison you, you got the attacks in Phase 1 cursing, but like, none of that is unavoidable, right? Let's see. So we covered Duvalk, Twins, Tartarus. I mean, the one thing we do see is Legend Ciala, like the collapse. And the portals destroy you with the wrong resistance. I mean, that's because you went into the wrong portal. That's not because it's unavoidable, right? The avoidance for that is not to enter the portal with the wrong unit. It's not, oh, the wrong unit exists, they instantly get afflicted kind of thing. And like, even if you can actually bring just full poison resistance characters to Tartarus, because poison resistance characters don't care that they get cursed. Yeah, Legend Ciala was the one difference where like bog resist characters get slightly screwed by the collapse, but that is mitigated by, you know, moving in close and then just getting freed by your attack, like AoE attacks, right? Curse's Pain, yeah, but it doesn't kill you. And there's no unavoidable curse outside of the portals, right? And if you do clear the portals, the curse gets removed anyway, so it's not that bad. I don't know. And the last one is Cayenne. There's also no unavoidable afflictions there. If you get afflicted there, that's because you got hit by something that probably shouldn't have. To an extent. Like, Alina wants to eat the opening slam to paralyze and go to 1 HP. Otherwise, like, the spear's blinding, the swipes... The swipes, I believe... Actually, I don't think the standard swipes afflict anything. But like, some of the avoidable AoEs do afflict you with shit. But, you know, in Legend Twins, in Legend Cayenne, it just kills you. Then you run into balls to blind. Oh, wait, yeah, no, it's really weird, right? I think, yeah, the blind removes the curse? If Legend Tartarus ever has unavoidable curse, you just run Hildegard and never die. Yeah, unavoidable curse wouldn't really do anything. And unavoidable poison? Oh dear god. Everyone would just bring poison resist characters anyway, right? Not that poison resist characters were that meta before, but I don't know. The point is, the Agato fights never outright punish you for bringing either resistance. It just means you have to handle mechanics slightly differently. Hilda heals so much it doesn't matter. To an extent. I mean, like, the poison in portals deals like 3k per tick or something stupid like that. Just bring poison red units and give them the skill damage 7 slot affinity to block curse. Wait, what? What? I don't know, I have a surplus of stamina, but frankly I don't think there's anything worth using it on at the moment. Look at your Julieta on your... What have I done to the... What have I done to the Julieta? No, because she's poison resist, right? What did I do to her there? Wait. Right, that's a thing. Yeah, I suppose with like the 7 slots, guess you can just do that, huh? It does mean that you're running... I think the bunny thing is light skill haste, which isn't a big deal, but I suppose for some units it just ends up being a dead slot anyway. Shall we do some... Do we do Battle Royale now? I'm actually not sure. Do we do Battle Royale now? I feel like we just Battle Royale for... Oh no, it's unavailable! It's Saturday! Shit! I'm madly upset. Anyway, I have lots of ashes to burn, so if we want to do more Expert Yalda, I guess we can do that. So let's just cry a bit. We'll do a few more runs. Oh, actually. Annybit, thank you for the follow. I hope I pronounced that name right. I hope you're enjoying your stay in the stream. Welcome, welcome. But, oh god, its room code starts with 666. It's cursed. Better stream on Sundays to have ABR content to every stream now. I kind of don't want to stream 2 days in a row. I mean, like, with the extra time I've got from not actually doing YouTube content anymore, I am considering adding another stream to my schedule, but like, I'd probably, well, I don't know, I kind of want to wait until like I finish up on my current instance of like part-time work. Because obviously, like, Wednesday and Saturday streams, I've at least like managed my hours properly so that I'm not actually on call during streams. Like, obviously I need to shuffle my hours around again if I wanted to add an extra stream to my schedule. Which might not be possible, I don't know. Who cares about Berserk when you're still doing fat damage with buff stacking? Well, oh god, watch them like introduce some sort of stupid like skill damage resistance on the twins or something, just to be like, ah, fuck you, you don't get to do cool shit anymore. I'm gonna move back here. Right. So, we have a regen ticking already, but let's try and get a second one up ASAP. And there we go. Got the ad. Ah, so the ad targets the March person. I only just sort of glued onto that. Alright, let's get the overdamage buff up again. It's like Ciela still does big DPS during Berserk. Is it not to the point where Not still wants to Force Strike? Does she still just want to skill spam? Because like, I feel like Dagger Force Strikes are still kind of okay for Berserk phase. Or at least I found with like Belina in Solo. I don't know if it applies in Co-op. That Leo looks weird. Why does Leo have a scar? I don't know, I think Faris could be an interesting choice for like Scorch Trend. The only problem is I don't think Faris dispels? I know the Uriel's Wrath thing does somewhat okay, that's on me, right? That is on me? Yep. The real Uriel's Wrath stuff still does like strength debuffs, but I don't know. Like it might help make some attacks a bit more survivable. Oh, you lost one. I don't know if I want to do this to the turn. Does that make a difference? Can we clear the turn? Well, we've got a break, so that should mean we can clear the turn. Alright, that's good. Who's the dragon that curses you if you shapeshift? It's Fatalis. Or Fatalis. The one from... I think it was the first Monster Hunter... Well, wait, hold on. Yeah, the Monster Hunter collab. I think Fatalis was on the One of those banners. I actually forget which one exactly it was. He's not Gala, no. He's from a crossover event. So unless Monster Hunter gets a rerun, it's impossible to get him at the moment. Limited collab, yeah. It's not really worth using though, to be fair. Unless you don't have like... Well, Fatalis was useful at some point, like Fatalis was useful on Belina, for example. Because obviously the strength bonus is huge, and Belina doesn't actually shapeshift, so you're immune to the whole curse debuff, right? Not a major loss side of funny Garshot AI memes. That is an interesting thing, honestly, like transforming as Garshot AI to stop her from using her skills. Which, honestly, kind of big brain. Like I wouldn't have thought of that myself, for example. Ooh. I missed quite a few ads. Oh, that's a stack market. I think I can just eat this with the... Get regen, right? It doesn't really matter too much. Just put stuff up here, try not to let too many ads survive, because that's going to be a pain. Guys, the ads! The ads! The ads! I think we're wiping. We're wiping the ads! Oh my god. Oh hey, we get a bit of revive. Oh god, if he hits us with another AoE, we're kind of done, huh? Come on. Come on. Come on. That's regen. Just kill it. There we go. Yeah, if you don't have Vitalis, use Andromeda. Yeah, it's fair. I've maxed Andromeda, but one is a chain girl and the other is destroyer countries. I want the latter. I don't know. Andromeda's a very comfortable dragon to use, I guess. I don't think you're missing out on too much. And obviously when Reborn Nidhogg is a thing, everyone gets outclassed, right? I believe. Is there anyone that doesn't want to use the Reborn Nidhogg? Besides the obvious, like, healers. I would have 100% failed if I tried my Mega Man. Yeah, maybe. Our son would still be better on some units. Oh, right, because you get, actually, would it? Because Arsene's better on units that can't, I mean, like, better than Cat She. On some units that can't maintain the stacks, but... No. Magister mean? Come on. Chain Girl sounds like a Zazel, but he's not a girl. 100%, 180% skill damage is still very strong. You wouldn't really... I don't know. Like, Arsene does fall off in Cayenne, right? Because obviously if you don't have someone to deal with the whole force striking monarchy, then it's somewhat painful. It's the prison. Do they get de-dragoned? Oh, that's a massive pain in the ass, huh? Pain. Alright, Dark Discipline. Get all the heals out. Spam all the heals. I say that, but I'm gonna wait a tiny bit so I have better uptime on over damage. For usefulness, you want Andromeda, but Fatalis is the better collectible. I mean, like, to be fair, the only real benefit I think Andromeda has over Fatalis is the extra defensive bonuses, right? And like, extra defensive bonuses only go so far if they help you survive stuff that would otherwise be lethal, because otherwise they're not making a tangible difference, right? I don't know. I've always, yeah, it's always been the train of thought that I've had when it comes to defensive stuff, like, unless it saves you from something, then like there's not really too much point. I'm gonna get hit by that cyclone anyway, because it lingers. Balls. Well, we should break and clear that tome. I'm still boycotting this fight. Yeah, no, this fight is a massive pain in the ass if you don't have like Gala, Leonidas, and Kelly. Or Halloween Lowen, I guess, which is actually, I guess is very possible for you to lack all of those units. Like, without those guys, like, this fight just becomes a massive pain. What am I targeting? Okay. Waiting for Shadow to get the best Syndom Prince introduced. More Shadow bias. Wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Creeping Corrosion. Let's heal it off. More overdamage. Have big shadowy dragon thing. I just keep my distance respectfully. Ah, if I did that like a second later, then I would have hit some ads with that. Is that everything dead? Ah, Leo. Just be rapid fire mana cast to kill ads easily. I mean, like, even with rapid fire mana caster, your attacks are still pretty linear, right? It's not really the fact that Leo's a rapid fire mana caster that helps with him clearing ads, it's the fact that he's got absolutely fucking massive AoEs. Like, S1's a big giant cone, his S2 is a giant circle around him, and I'm pretty sure the hitbox on his S2 is way bigger than the actual animation. So, like, he's got that going for him as well. I just like how popping the weak point makes you target the ads instead of keeping target on the weak point. Oh, because it respawns it, huh? Hold X4 strike to draw them in. I think Andromeda has feet. Wait. why is that a comment? Got a deviant art link. I hope that is safe for work. I'm gonna open it on the side here. Three-headed dragon. Pretty typical. Slightly spiny. Kinda looks like three snake heads. I guess, is that supposed? Guess that's the thing? Huh. Yeah, people haven't clicked it. It is snake head dragon. Oh, Nefaria? Interesting. I want to see how your S2 timing works out. Because Nefaria S2, it's beautiful when it ends up wiping the screen. It's like everything just blows up in one hit. So like I do run Nefaria in my, I think my solo teams for Expert and Master. Expert and Master Yada, and like when it does land, immediately as the ads spawn. It's disgusting. Everything just dies. Oh, that's on me, isn't it? Oh dear. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, let's get this going. Some strength up. Get these. Give people more regen. Is targeting Nef. Is it time? Everything dead? Everything dead? Ah, there's the nuke. Ah, the ads actually died before the nuke landed, so it's kind of sad, but you know, it was in time. Ooh, just about a minute for the first clear. The screen nuke is pretty fun with low settings. Everything just flies into the out of no effect. Yeah, it's like everything just mysteriously launches upwards. I don't know, the nice thing with Nefaria skill as well is that it does sort of suck things inwards if they get close enough. Okay, here we go. Agony time. Hold on. Wait. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus, Agni's not happy with you, huh? Alright. Alright, Agni. Okay, trying to heal, please. Please. There we go. Should do a poll to see how many people are going to pull on Fire Emblem Heroes banners. Oh Jesus, I'm dying. Oh, the tome's done, which is nice. Don't need any S2 heals at the moment. I think Peony's a scam for me, so I'm skipping over Leo. Yeah, if Leo ends up on a remix, I'm probably gonna pull for him. Did the nuke land? I think it did. Everything's dead, right? I didn't see the effect on my screen, but then again, mobile portrait screen probably doesn't help all that much. Should have just sacked on the Platinum Gala. I mean, I already pulled once on it, and I got Gala Luca. I think it was like a 5 out of 13 chance or something stupid like that for Gala Luca for me. No, for getting a non-duplicate on that showcase, and I still got it? So, like, I was already pretty lucky, I just didn't feel like testing my luck again. Alright. Bonk. Everything's dead. It's beautiful. God, just everything vanishing. I wasted my spark for Zephyr, so it's gonna be a miracle if I get Tiki. Ah, Jesus. Okay, I can just ignore this, right? Doesn't do enough damage for me to care. I just regen through it anyway. Summon Executioners. I think about 10 seconds after this we get more ads. So I will stand here, try and act as a meat shield for Neff. Everything's lagging. Very nice. Bonk. Who's doing the bonking? It's Incognito Nefaria. She has basically a screen-wide nuke on her S2, but it's pretty unique in that it has a very long cast time. For like, it's got like a 5-second cast time, and you don't have iframes during that first 5 seconds. But when it lands, yeah, if Zult gets hit while Incognito Nefaria is charging, it also gets cancelled, right? I mean, if you really cared, like, yeah, it doesn't use up the skill charge if it gets interrupted. But you can prevent interruption if you use like some sort of knockback immunity skill, I guess. So if you really struggle, then you can use like Vanessa's shared skill or something. Yeah. I think we'll call it for now in terms of runs. Are Fire Emblem Heroes banner reruns hard confirmed, or do people think just because the events are getting added to Convention, the banners are also rerunning? I think they said they'd be rerun. I do remember they said they'd be rerun in the digest. Yeah, he or she's got it as well. And as with the YouTube link. Okay, yeah. Actually, I don't think I mean, like, technically it's probably a terrible idea for me to play anime links on YouTube, because those do get you, like, DMCA to shit. Anyway, yeah, they never mentioned banner reruns on this month in Dragalia Lost. I don't know, this month in Dragalia Lost sometimes they're just a bit slow. Wait, that's a different animation. The fuck is this? This is not Konosuba. What the fuck? Oh my god. File a DMCA report real quick. Thanks, Hirshu. Can always count on you. Anyway, let people feel safe, then throw a curveball. Yeah, like, allowing people to plan their spending is the enemy of gacha games, right? Anyway, yeah, I think that is about it in terms of what we do today on stream. We go ahead and raid. Do we raid Taika again? I think today is a Taika raid kind of day. Raid Hikoyami? I have no idea who that is. If Pyeonji does get a Sparrow, I'll be somewhat interested. I feel like, I don't know, like, she's pretty huge in terms of support potential, but she does get a bit screwed by Nihility, right? That is Taika noises in the background. We're just gotta quickly vet her stream before we raid her, so we don't end up, I don't know, upskirting Barbara or something. Black Mage Bear to redeem squats. Having too much fun. I mean, you assume I don't have fun doing squats. If I didn't have fun doing squats, why would I put them as a redemption? Anyway. The main problem is I got caught on stuff with the cables on this. Anyway, do these squats and fire up the raid. And as always, 1:30 PM PST for streams on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So, next stream, I guess we'll see you on Saturday. Wednesday? Okay. I've actually lost count of how many squats I've done. But, you know, till then, take it easy. Stay safe. I hope you guys can still hear me, by the way. We'll see you in Taika's stream. But that's 11. Okay.